Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. Today, we are taking a peek at Fernando Tatis Jr. and his swing. I'm going to break it down a little bit. I've been asked about 1,000 times over the last few weeks to take a look at his swing, so we're going to do that today. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite players. The guy can absolutely rake. He can run, he can throw, he can field, he can hit, he can do everything. And so we're going to take a look today. Now, I'm not going to hit on every single aspect of his swing, but I'm going to just talk about a couple of things that stand out to me. If you haven't seen our stuff, we've talked about this before, but let's talk about it really quickly once again. Stylistically, when you watch elite hitters, major league hitters, everybody has their own style, okay? And so that's not what we're going to talk about today. But what we are going to talk about is, in my opinion, all elite hitters possess certain core principles, core things in their swing that you'll see throughout almost every elite hitter. They'll all possess them in some way, and those are the things that we're going to talk about and hit on, okay? I think the biggest thing that you notice, and the thing we talk to our hitters about, is that great hitters, elite hitters, they're able to create an advantage because of their mechanics, a mechanical advantage, all right, that allows them to have really good bat speed, a really quick bat, so bat quickness, and then a better path to the ball, regardless of how big they are, how strong they are, how explosive they are, right? Just based on the way they use their body, based on their mechanics. It's really, really important. I hear all the time, oh, this guy's just so big, oh, he's so fast, oh, he's so strong. They might be those things, but it's the way they move their body, it's their mechanics that give them the real advantage, okay? And so that's really key. The other thing I'll say real quick, I mentioned those few things, bat speed, right? The faster we can swing the bat, the harder we can hit the ball. The harder we hit the ball, the further it goes. The more extra base hits we get, the quicker it gets past defenders, right? So that's an easy one. Bat quickness, how fast can you get your bat up to full speed? It doesn't matter if you can swing the bat faster than everybody. If it takes forever to get the thing up to top speed, well, then it's really hard to hit. So you've got to be able to be quick. Your bat has to be able to be quick. It has to be able to get up to full speed really, really quickly. The quicker you can get up to full speed, the longer you can wait before you swing, right? And the more time you can wait, well, the more you can decipher what pitch is coming, what's the location, right? So time is so important to hitters. It's really, really, really important. So you've got to be able to be quick. You've got to be able to get the bat up to speed quickly. You've got to be able to launch the bat quick. You've got to be able to be like, okay, when I want to swing, does my bat, boom, does it go? Some guys want to swing, but then it still takes all these things to happen before the bat actually launches, right? And then the last thing is just bat path. So can I get the bat in the zone early? Can I get it behind the ball early? Can I get it to turn up into the ball? Right? I want to be on the same path as the incoming pitch. If the pitch is coming slightly down, that's a really bad line. The pitch is coming slightly down. It's being thrown by a pitcher standing on a mound that's elevated. They're throwing overhand to a catcher that's squatted. So the ball's got to come down. So I want to turn my bat up into the ball. All right, it improves my timing. It creates better ball flight or launch angle. That might make you mad, but it creates better ball flight. So those are some of the big things that we talk about. Now, let's finally get into Tatis Jr. and what he actually does really well. The first thing is getting the back leg loaded, okay? So I think the engine of the swing is the back leg. And so I've got to get that loaded. How do you do that? I got to get coiled up, okay? That helps me get around this back leg. So what do we tell our hitters? We tell our hitters that we want to take our back pocket and we want to turn it towards the pitcher. And so you can see Tatis doing that right here. I know it kind of zooms out, so it's a little hard to see, but you can see that he's getting his butt turned towards the pitcher. His back pocket, he's taking it to the pitcher. You see his hips getting coiled, right? And so they're slightly to the right of the pitcher if you're looking out at him, all right? He's hinging his hips back, so his butt goes out. His chest gets over, okay? So butt out, chest over, and get the back pocket turned towards the pitcher. That's loading my rear leg, okay? Really, really important. as I'm loading my rear leg, my upper body's getting ready to hit too. It's coiling also, right? And so my hips get coiled, and so does my upper body. Hips face just to the right of the picture. Upper body faces just to the right of the picture. So we tell our guys that they want to pull back. I call it a pullback. All right, it's using my back. All right. So what we tell is keep elbow behind the hands. I want to have my elbow behind the hands, and to get my back engaged, this move right here. Right. So I'm getting coiled. I'm getting around my back leg. I'm getting my back leg loaded. And as that's happening, look at the upper body. He's pulling back. His elbow's behind his hands. And he's pulling back this way. It's like, we say a bunch of different things. It's like starting a lawnmower, right? It's like setting my hand back to punch. It's like trying to elbow somebody that's standing behind me. However you want to say it. I'm getting coiled here, and then as I start to move out in my stride, I'm pulling back. All right? And this is something you'll see with pretty much every elite hitter in some way. Again, stylistically, everyone's a little bit different, but this is one of the core principles, in my opinion. All right? And as he's moving out, he's not jumping or leaping forward. He stays in good posture. He continues to keep his back pocket coiled. He's not turning yet. So he's coiled, and he's going to stay coiled, stay coiled, stay coiled as he's moving out. And he's going to pull back as he's moving out. So that keeps him back. If I jump forward and I just leap forward, then my swing goes forward. Then I push my hands, then my upper body gets in front of my lower body. Okay? But if I continue to pull back as I move out, well, that keeps me back, but it keeps my upper body back. I can't let my upper body beat my lower body. My swing has to work in sequence. Okay? What is the swing working in sequence? Well, after I've done a really good job of pulling back as I move forward, and my front foot's about to come into the ground, well, now my back leg starts to turn. So my back leg is going to turn me this way, and the barrel's going to go the other way. Okay? So let's watch the leg turn. So here's the leg turning. And what do you see the barrel doing? You see the barrel going back. So I'm going this way, barrel's going this way. My leg's going this way, my upper body is going the other way. So we talk a lot about your body being an elastic band. I put the elastic band around my thumb, and I pull it back with my other hand. Now when I pull it back with my other hand, I'm pulling in one direction, but the hand that the band is around my thumb is going the other way. It's pushing one way. So one hand's pushing one way and the other hand's pulling the other way. They're going in opposite directions, right? Just like your swing. When you start to turn this leg, the bat and everything above the waist is going that way. So it's not this and that. That's what a lot of people think. It's turn and throw the hands or the knob down at the ball. But then you have everything going in the same direction. It'd be like trying to, instead of pulling the band back and storing energy and then firing, it'd be like throwing the band at somebody. You're not going to be able to throw it as fast as you are going to be able to pull it back, stretch the band, store energy in the band, and then all you have to do when you want to launch, when you want to shoot the elastic, you just let go. You let your fingers go off the band, and boom, the band fires it. It fires very quickly. The second you say fire and lift your finger, the thing shoots. That's how you want your swing to work. All right? So this is going to go this way, and that's your upper body, and the bat's going to go that way. So those are just like the elastic band. Think about it again. I'm pulling back with one hand. I'm pushing forward with the other hand. I'm stretching the band, so I'm getting the stretch in opposite directions. And now this leg continues to turn. The stretch continues to build, and the bat's going to come whipping around that way. So that is the sequence that we talk about. This is what you'll see in elite hitters. So that's stretch. And that's proper sequence. So the back goes back when you get palm up, palm down, right? So this controls what the barrel is going to do. So when I go palm up, palm down right here, so he's getting palm up, palm down early, right? He's not just taking everything down to the ball. That's what I see a lot of young players do. You'll just see the knob start to go like this, and the hands go like this, and then the barrel go like this. But when you watch elite hitters, you see turning. So this hand, the top hand's going palm up, and the bottom hand's going palm down. And the knob starts to turn up. Right? So not everything's going down. The hands actually stay pretty high, relatively high. But because he's turning the knob up, the barrel is going to work like that. So the barrel goes back and down, and then it's going to be able to turn up into the ball. The knob controls the barrel. The knob goes up, the barrel goes like this. If the knob goes down, the barrel goes down. And then you hit down through the ball. And you never get on the same path as the ball. Right? I want the barrel to turn up into the ball. Again, here's that line. That's a horrible pitch. It's a little high. Here's that line of the ball going slightly down. And I want to turn the barrel up into the ball. So the barrel's got to go like this and then turn up into it. And when the barrel gets turned up into the ball, that is when, again, I'm going to be able to impact the ball squarely. If the ball's coming slightly down, I want to impact it squarely. And the only way I do that is to be on the same path as the ball, slightly up. And the only way to get slightly up is to turn the barrel up into the ball, get the knob to go up, and the barrel will come back, down, and then up. And now I'm in the zone for a really long time. And now I can hit the ball in different parts of the pitch, right? Instead of what I see a lot at the youth level. I work with a lot of youth players. The pitch is coming slightly down, and they swing down like this. The barrel never gets turned up into the ball, and then they're in the zone for this little tiny bit of amount of time, and they're in the zone out front. They can't get the barrel in the zone deep because they continue to go down through the ball, right? And so I can only hit the ball out front. I'm going to hit a ton of ground balls. I'm going to smash the ball into the ground. Or if I hit the bottom of the ball, I'm going to slice the ball, and it's going to go straight up in the air. So my ball flight all of a sudden becomes this and this, which is not very good. I want this ball flight this way. This is a pop-up. This is a smothered ground ball. Neither of those work. This sometimes works in Little League when you're like 9 years old and you just smash it in the ground. Nobody can field. But that doesn't work at a higher level. I've got to be able to create good ball flight. I've got to be able to drive the ball in the I got to be able to drive it on a line, okay? I'd be careful to say in the air because sometimes people think that I want them to hit fly balls, just hit the ball in the air. That's not what I want. I want them to drive the ball, line drive with some carry. So you can get more base hits, you can get more doubles, and as you get bigger and stronger, you can get more home runs eventually, okay? But again, upper body's going back, barrel's going back, legs turning this way, barrel gets turned up into the ball. So one of the things, too, I actually wasn't going to talk about this, but just watching him. So you're going to see his back foot goes this way, right? And so now that's becoming kind of popular. People, I don't know what you want to call it. Some people call it scissoring. But I do know I work with tons of players, and some players say, I'm trying to do they'll say, I'm trying to do the Altuve, I'm trying to scissor my legs, or I'm trying to do the Miguel Cabrera. You see Miguel Cabrera, you see Tatis do it a little bit here. In my opinion, listen, I get asked a lot about the back foot, right? What should the back foot do? Should the back foot move back? Should the back foot move forward? Should the back foot stay in the same spot? Should it turn? Should the shoelaces be facing the pitcher? When I watch elite hitters, this is one of those things I talked about. I would not consider that a core principle because some guys' foot goes back that way and some go forward and some stay the same and some don't move and some turn. And I see a bunch of different things. So how can you say that is a core principle if you see a bunch of guys doing a bunch of different things. All right, so I don't tell players what to do with their back foot. I don't say, oh, you got to scissor it like this, or it should stay in the same spot, or it should move forward, or it should, I don't say that. That's something that happens in the swing, and it's different for each player. That's not what the player's trying to do, in my opinion. Tatis isn't saying, okay, let me try to get my back foot to scissor back here. Right? And so that may happen in his swing, but he's not trying to do it. So I think when you're talking to hitters about, when you're working with hitters and their swing mechanics, you got to talk to them about things that they're actually trying to do, not things that just happen. Lots of things happen in the swing, but what is the hitter trying to do? Those are the things that you can actually teach a hitter and teach them to do. And then they do, they may do something, and maybe their back foot goes like this, or maybe it goes forward, or it might do a bunch of things. Because if you watch enough Major League hitters, their foot does all different types of things, okay? So I just want to put that in there because I know a lot of people are going to comment, oh, he's scissoring his back foot or back leg or, But again, I don't think you're trying to do that. I just think that happens in some players' swings. All right? So that's my big, long talk on Tatis. Again, we could probably talk for a long time about his swing, but I just want to give you a couple of things I see, a couple of the key things that I think are important in the swing. Let me know what you guys think. I know when it comes to swing mechanics, there's a couple different groups of people online. I mean, some people are going to say, no, this isn't how you swing a bat. Some people are going to say, oh, this is fantastic. And so I don't really want to fight about, whether what I think is right or wrong or, again, this is just kind of what I see watching a bunch of hitters. And so I hope it helps you out. And that's all I have. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Share the video with all your friends. Subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up. All that good stuff. Let me know if you guys want any other videos, any other hitters for me to break down. I will do that for you. And that's all I've got. Thanks again, and we will talk to you later.